The draft is already ready. And now, Kingdom Esports are the first pick, and KVG are the second pick.
Okay.
Is it KGV or KVG?
KGV. Yeah.
King's Vanguard. So KGV.
But it could
Your
be
team
King's
is
Vanguard.
Kivskin.
King.
Okay, so there's a typo
Vanguard.
over there. I think it's KGV, but Lucas
it-
getting banned out
it
by
does
Kingdom.
make sense for me to be KVG as well. King's Vanguard.
I mean, it makes sense because like it sounds the same, like KGV, KGVG,
No,
same
it's not.
thing.
It's not the same thing. It's like
Your
King's
team is
Vanguard
banning.
or King's Vanguard.
Oh, true, because the G can be anywhere.
Yeah.
Right. I can't remember which one it was. It was like King's Vanguard.
Vanguard.
Or
Or King's
vice versa.
Vanguard.
Or vice versa,
Or
right?
vice versa, yeah.
Okay. Lucas Matoda banned out by Kingdom Esports, and then King's Vanguard banning out the chip once again. We always see the Harith being,
See
yeah.
Your team is
Harith over there.
banning.
Yep, Harif, understandable. But the Kimi is still not thrown into the banning phase just yet. Lucas is still goodbye, not gonna see that at all. It's fine.
Actually, fun fact.
Yeah.
Kalea is 100% loose this like today.
For real.
For real.
Is
For real.
the computer already
4 or
updated?
5 games played. All 5 games lost. I don't know why people are still prioritizing. Kalea might have been better if you prioritize something like a Granger, a little bit more reliable at this point. Kimi played 4 games, won all 4 games. So we will be able to see what comes through right here. Hilda will be banned out by Kingdom
Your team
Esports.
is banned.
So that's pretty cool.
Okay, so far we've got some
statistics
that
today.
already got
Yeah, this was actually
released.
after the previous game because they haven't put in the information from this game yet.
Okay, fair. So at least for our dear friend Kalia,
0%.
no, I actually got win once before.
With who?
I don't know.
Can't remember the FMM or is it with Flash? Might have been with Flash.
It might be
JPL,
RSG.
JPL, yeah.
Might be RSG, is it?
So 1 win out of 5, so very toss of a coin.
It is RSG that no, wait.
No, it's not. No, you play the KE actually played it against RSG.
KG.
Oh.
Yeah,
Dude, Kimberly's open.
Yeah, RSG won one game with
Kimmy's open.
that's understandable.
Your team
Yeah,
is
yeah,
picking.
RSG did play one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Yeah.
I remember now.
I don't. Oh,
That
it's a Zaz
was-
game. Okay, I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Zas game.
Yeah,
First
Zas
game. So Kalea
Your
and
team
Joy
is
getting picked up
picking.
right here, facing up against the Kimmy. You know how dangerous Kimberly is?
Oh, can you imagine just the Kimi plus the Blitz Surge? Just how much damage that would be.
Kimmy, Blade Surge, yeah. Hard to deal with. You have Kimmy to chow everyone down, and then the finisher being Louisa. That
Your
could
team
be a
is
high possibility.
picking.
Yeah.
But then KE has not won a game today, but coming up from the previous game, they might have that momentum, so they're looking strong, they're looking hella,
Yeah.
hella positive.
I mean, statistically, this is a very bad statistics because it's like low sample size.
Low sample size.
Yeah, whoever won game 2 will win game 3. Because there's only one game.
We're talking about like Team Flash all over again.
Yeah.
Okay. So you calling it, right? You're saying KE? I'm waiting to the draft till I say mine.
Look, it's absolutely gonna be great to see that it's kind of like a snake eat tail kind of situation,
Fair.
right? Snake eat tail.
Your team
Oh, actually,
is
Chip.
banning.
Oh, okay.
Chip's
Chip
banned.
is banned.
Chip is banned.
Yeah, I totally forgot. I thought like someone would pick that chip, and it might be FMM, right off the bat.
I think so. Yeah, I think FMM does play the chip before.
He was the one. He was the one that introduced the chip Law E meta back in the day when they were Rift.
Wow.
Yeah,
What a name.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's take a look. What are we expecting and what do we
Your
want?
team is
For
banning.
Kingdom Esports, they are looking for a single EXP or roam plus a single gold laner. Both sides is almost the same thing. KVG still does not have a EXP laner. They do not have a mid laner as well. Okay, so a little bit different. Both teams just lacks EXP. One of them needs gold,
mid.
and one of them needs mid. With a Kimi, Yves is still an okay pick, I would say.
I would say go for Loyi instead. Then you have a lot of cross-map plays that you can play. But
is
knowing
it
how
a team that
KVG or
likes
KGV...
cross-map plays? Yeah, I think they're okay.
Yeah, but knowing them, knowing KVG or KGV or whatever,
Or
they
VGK.
don't really... Yeah, they don't really want to risk a lot of early game engages unless they're very, very far ahead.
Okay, so Hylos is gone. No more Hylos for Super Ryan. So what other EXP laner does Super Ryan plays? Because so far, I think Super Ryan does not have a very high hero pool or very big hero
Thamus.
pool at this point. Thamus.
I keep remembering him for his Thamus. I don't know
Really?
why. Yeah. Back in the day, back in
Your
season 8.
picking.
Damn,
Back in my day.
that's not that far.
Young
away.
Padawan.
That's not so far away.
It's not so far, but you know, it is what it is.
I remember for his Khalid.
You want to put Super Ryan on Khalid again?
No, I do not.
Actually,
want. That's what I remember.
Phoveus. Is Phoveus? Phoveus?
Phoveus is unbanned.
Phoveus.
So
Or
Phoveus-
Glue,
Phoveus is actually
CC.
okay pick for KE. I
Yeah.
think that would be pretty nice.
Glue would be a death sentence because you're facing a Kimi. And once you have that split, unintentional split as well, Kimi would just burn through
through
everything.
everything.
Yeah. So either a CC or a Phoveus might work, and then you latch on to the back line. And you also don't give Fair the opportunity to use everything.
Your
That's a glue.
team is picking.
That's a glue. But it is, you know,
It's not
positive.
as bad as going into a Vexana
Fair.
or Vexana. They can pick
Yeah.
Vexana.
No, you can pick Faramis as well.
They can pick Faramis as well.
Yeah, it's a easy like counter. Usually a split will be also like it's also still a very bad against Faramis.
Do we have the same glue links? Like same amount
Yes.
of glue links?
Yeah.
Exactly the same?
I don't know how
like
many
it's
glue
not
links.
lesser?
How many glue links usually? I don't count. How many splits?
Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 9.
In a triangle?
9. No, it's not really a triangle.
Yeah,
I think 9.
9. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe
We shall see.
we shall see.
We shall see. Please, Vexana or Faramis. This is like
Ooh, Chow. No.
Okay, so they
because
do-
the Kimi is already there.
Hey,
We
look.
keep forgetting that Kimi
we can
is.
put Kimi in gold,
We can
we
put
can.
Kimi in gold.
right?
But we keep forgetting that Kimi is a mid laner now, and everyone's just playing Kimi mid.
No,
The M
That's-
in Kimi stands for mid.
the M in Kimi means marksman.
Oh, there's double M's?
Yeah. That's why she's Kimimi.
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 Yeah.
Marksman mage.
But
Marksman
then
mage.
on the other side, though, for KVG, Valentina just to get the traction pulse from Kimi. Ooh,
No,
I don't really like
no.
the Selena pick right here.
Not here.
There's a
not
lot
here.
of dodgy, but
Not here.
you need that information. So it will be the
Then
Selena.
Novaria lah.
Selena.
Novaria would be better information.
No, it's too slow. I feel it's too slow.
But the Astro Echo though makes everyone big. When everyone
If you
big.
land it, but you don't have like a
No,
persistent
Astro
ward.
Astro Echo is like a.
But you don't have like a persistent ward. You need a persistent ward in the Selena. We'll see how Walker Necro plays it because I think this will
Okay.
be the first time that Walker Necro played it. The previous one was Cortese. Kurt. TZ.
Yes, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. So jumping into the game.
They lost, right? Yeah, they
Flash.
lost,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't talk about that.
Yeah. We talk
Yeah.
about what?
Talk
about what?
We talk about the next game that's coming into
Exactly.
hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
KE versus KVG or KGV.
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 Wait, what was the Chinese team with a similar
5
name?
seconds till the enemy reaches
KBG.
the battlefield.
Keep
Smash
best.
them.
Keep
Yeah,
it.
keep best gaming.
That's why I
KBG.
find it so like familiar, dude.
Keep best gaming. Yes.
Maybe,
yes,
maybe.
yes.
Okay, jumping into the game, we have Glue, the debut for MPL Singapore Season 9. Super Ryan will be playing the Glue. We'll see how this plays out as well. But we always see like 100% win rate from that Kimi. So if statistics is right, low sample size, either way, Kingdom Esports will take the cake on this game.
So right off the bat, it does seem like Super Ryan. I mean, it's going up against a Cho. So honestly, it's been a long time since I've seen a Glue going up against a Cho. So we'll see how that is eventually gonna look like and how fun that is going to be as well. I want to see those
Yeah.
Glulings.
Level 2
There
power
we go.
spike. Yeah, there we go.
Level, oh, those, you immediately turn. Okay,
You
so,
immediately
so,
turn.
So that's cute, that's cute. But you last for a while.
It lasts for a while, but it'll heal most of it up when it comes back together. But Bao, keeping himself safe for now.
It's okay. It's okay. But middle lane, I think that we can talk about this a little bit. When it comes down to Kimi plus the Gatokacha, wow, Luxian! Kimi and the Gatokacha, they have pretty good wave clear as compared to what we
Selena.
have from Selena and Kalia. I highly doubt the amount of damage that they can do. But that is a very aggressive jump coming in from King's Vanguard. Nonetheless, it's all Bao just dove right in and immediately stole a kill off of Louisa. And now Louisa is stuck at level 3.
Turtle being spawned up in 15 seconds. Looks like King's Vanguard ramping up the tempo just a little bit. They don't want to lose this game as well. Oh, this is KGV. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, KGV. I was looking at it.
KGV.
I just noticed it as well.
KGV, yeah.
KGV, not...
KGV.
Yeah. This is what I remember looking at their names. Oh, Traction Pulse into 2.
Way of the Dragon knocks Wakanaka, and that's gonna be the first person that's gonna be taken down from the side of King's Vanguard. Nandes joins in the group. He does have got his rhythm of choice, but doesn't really do any form of damage. In fact, the rest of Kingdom Esports has now managed to push the rest of KBGV. I can't anymore.
I know, it's confusing. It's confusing. There's too many KGV, KBGs.
I'm
and all
calling
that kind
it
of stuff.
King's Vanguard from now on. Okay?
King's Vanguard,
No
yeah.
more acronyms. No more acronyms.
It's still day number 1.
If
We're still,
before we could start calling Kingdom Esports KDE.
but we're still warming up, brother. So in this case now, Bao, still not yet level 4, does not have the Tsunami Slam, but here comes Lucky Stain with a nice little rotation down the mid side. You got a Purify already used up. There goes Bao underneath the turret, though Tsunami Slam, sacrificing himself though.
1 for 1. It does seem like 2% is just going to be taken down from the side of Kingdom Esports, as now the rest of King's Vanguard is pretty happy with what they have gotten, and they are just going to be walking themselves right out of that fight, being very happy with what they've got. But Nandes, oh wait, hold on, sir. Abyssal Arrow did not land. Oh, so close though. But Nandes should be able to get himself out, no problems.
Yeah, a very, very good aggression coming in from King's Vanguard though. We haven't seen the glue in action just as of yet in big skirmishes of big team fights, but we will after the 5-minute mark once they start the heavy rotations coming in. But that was a very, very good latch on by Bao to sacrifice himself, knowing that he will turn level 4 just in the nick of time to take control of Melon though. I think that was a really, really good idea that he had, but at the end of the day, you don't want to risk yourself like that.
Yeah.
Unless you can 100% for sure take that Kimi out.
I'm not too sure whether that the Tsunami Slam was absolutely necessary or not, because
He walked into the turret and then he used the Tsunami Slam.
yeah, but the thing is, he died shortly after, or rather the Kimi died shortly after from the Abyssal Trap. So the question is, there's two ways around this. Number one, the Tsunami Slam was super high IQ, pulled him into a Abyssal Trap and killed him.
There we
Or
go.
mistake, because the Abyssal Trap is already on him, and then he continued to try to go for more damage.
I think Melon was already ready with the Abyssal Trap. So pull in, and then that's the only thing that he can do at that point because you're
Just
Selena
drop.
anyways, unless you go for pickoffs, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's what they need to do for the entirety of this game if they want to keep themselves in. KGV, King's Vanguard. King's Vanguard is having a good game so far, although it is a stalemate at this point. Even Stevens in terms of economy, even Stevens in
Could go
terms
either
of in terms of kills. The matter of fact is, Kimi always has a 100% win rate, and we'll see how things play out because it does look like Melon's damage is starting to scale and starting to scale fast.
Yeah, so what's the main goal that we want from both of these two teams? What kind of win condition are we looking at, actually?
Man, if Bao is able to hyper focus and take Kimi out, then they would lack that damage in high stakes skirmishes
Right.
like around the objectives.
Right.
So that is Bao's only main focus.
Okay.
Go for the Kimmy. Go for Melon and take him out. So that is, I think that should be the mode of operations. Save the Tsunami Slam just for that.
Okay, so Tsunami Slam only onto Melon. But in the meantime, Bear can also extend the Way of Dragon onto literally anyone. If they want to take out the front lines of which is Bao, that will leave Super Ryan as the next front line. The question is, can Kingdom Esports remaining players deal with a Blue? Because as far as I'm concerned, Blue is always one of the last few heroes that is left standing.
Yeah, because it's very, very tanky. Difficult to take down. Once you have that split already, it will be difficult to take him down because he regens all the HP once again. We see the Brave Smite as well. So here comes Super Ryan, zoning out for that turtle. This will be one of the big high stakes objective takes.
As the turtle now returns to his pit, both King's Vanguard as well as Kingdom Esports, they're testing and they're measuring the angles of attack to make sure that they get the right one. If they are able to land an Abyssal Arrow from Walker Knuckle, then the better it is. Looking for more of these objectives and small little kinks in the armor of Kingdom Esports is very likely going to be the name of the game. As Walker Knuckle is kicked and dead by the hands of Louisa. Nandes looked for an opportunity and zoomed right past them, but fortunately popped the Rhythm of Joy just so that he can effectively run away. It is 5v4 now. Super Ryan even flickered in but did not actually do too much. He's latched onto Louisa, tries to pull him away from the turtle as much as possible, but Louisa still managed to take the Lord for themselves. But now look at Nandes. He's got his Rhythm of Joy. He got himself running away. None of the members from inside the Kingdom Esports is taken down, while in the meantime they are all hard focusing on Super Ryan.
Oh man, what a turn of events. Walker Knuckle just literally walked in.
He Walker Knuckled in.
He Walker Knuckled in to the fray. Nandes trying to chase up Louisa. Might not be able to do it. Gets taunted. Oh.
Wait, that was not a...
The burn though. There's literally a pixel left.
Okay, so Nandes...
Like he can hear you. Oi.
Although I gotta have to say, I'm a little bit surprised that he continued to stay aggressive despite the fact that he did not get that 3 dashes properly.
Yeah.
Right? Because the only reason why, and the reason why we can see that is because he got locked down.
Yeah.
When you have the 3 dashes that is executed to perfection, you are actually immune to crowd control. And at that point in time, he got crowd control.
Difficult to utilize this joy under these kinds of situations. Can't even walk up to a Kimmy. So difficult to break down the structure that Kingdom Esports has built for themselves. Melon is playing like he's untouchable. Very difficult to get through to him. And I think Walker Knuckle shouldn't have Walker Knuckled in to the face of Melon. Never chase a Kimmy. I think that was one of the main issues. Tsunami Slam.
There we go. Connecting down to Bear. Bear will want to look for an opportunity Way of Dragon to send himself right back in, which he did, as Super Ryan was his proxy to get himself closer and back to his team. This is the problem. This is the problem. If you were to go for the Tsunami Slam onto Bear,
AOG to disrupt.
I think the main thing is just don't let him kick himself back.
True. But man, I think that was using the AOG just to disrupt that. The taunt though, on to Bao.
I think that is gonna be fine. Unfortunately, the Abyssal Arrows haven't exactly been connecting thus far. There are definitely many times that we have seen that... in fact, this is probably the first time that we saw in MPL SG the interactions between the Kalia as well as Cho. But keep in mind that Kalia actually does have got a better advantage against Cho. As that is definitely... Okay, this is unfortunate. Bao... he technically could have reacted, but it's actually a little bit tough. Yeah, you gotta have like insane reaction time in order to get yourself onto the wall and just completely cancel that potential crowd control from the Cho.
Very good read by Bear though. I think it was all prowess, all the understanding of the logic of the game. He knows where Bao is standing, Bao is waiting, goes straight for that kick, and it kind of is like this, I wouldn't say a buff, but like Bear is a very humble player, but when he picks up that Cho, he just recalls every second. So I like to see how fun he's playing with this hero as well.
So he's going all in aggro over to the opponent's
Blue
jungle.
team turret
They have
has
already
been
gotten
destroyed.
3 turrets, which is make that 4 turrets actually. Kingdom Esports is actually getting themselves the game. They are ahead while Liechtenstein goes for a split push up in the top lane. Wow, I can't even tell who exactly is and who is really getting themselves the lead.
Now,
Red team turret has
Kingdom
been
Esports
destroyed.
definitely going for all the major objectives, opening up the mid side. So, jungle is not safe for King's Vanguard, but Kingdom Esports, though, they have to watch their 6. They have to watch their top lane because once they leave that one open, they have to send someone in. The issue with Suyo is not very reliable if you send him to the long lane because it takes a longer time because of the adjustments with his cooldowns of his skill 1 and skill 3.
Aw.
He's unable to make that fast movements and fast rotations down to main objective. And speaking of main objective, Lord spawning up in 20 seconds.
Some time remaining. Almost 10 minutes into the game. King's Vanguard, they still have the whole defense, so I don't think that they are too afraid unless some macro plays is made just so that you can whittle down or rather completely destroy the holy defense. That is the best way that you can min-max the amount of damage that you can deal to the opponent's base within a short span of time. In the meantime, Malefic Gun has been picked up from Malik Teasy, so they definitely do have themselves that power spike. As now the Whale Dragon just going to be connecting down over to Super Ryan, but unfortunately Super Ryan is going to be staying alive while Bao is going to be the sacrificial lamb instead. Malik Teasy picks himself up with a double kill while Super Ryan takes down over to the side of FMM. In fact, 2% down from side of Kingdom Esports. It is a 2-for-3 trade right now. Melon wants to get a kill on Walker Nagel, but here comes Bear. Oh, Flicker! Outplayed and outpositioned against the Bear. He's going to be fine. But Kingdom Esports, they took the Lord.
Very smart move by Bear, setting things in motion with the Way of the Dragon onto Super Ryan, taking him out first before targeting onto Liechtenstein. Even though Stain was untouched at the end of it, it was creating that much pressure where Stain was felt in an uncomfortable position and taking out Nandes in the process as well. So just creating that sort of like Jeet Kune Do, Way of the Dragon into an AOG had that kind of big setup opportunity that Kingdom Esports was able to utilize again and again and again. And I say again, like, man, Walker Knuckle picking up this Selena, not doing justice for this game.
If they're able to somehow find a way to allow King's Vanguard just kind of immediately, or rather just kind of like drag on the middle lane, it would be absolutely amazing. Like this is a quick little replay of the previous fight, as such, allow them to get to where they are right now. In fact, I think that this is more or less a very good answer and an understanding as to how Kingdom Esports would have played and how they could have played.
Yeah, so what went down right there was Bear, We Have the Dragon, Super Ryan back, and then Nandes and Bao was trying to protect Super Ryan from harm's way, locking in the AOG. Following that up, Melon throws in the Traction Pulse. That created so much pressure for King's Vanguard, and ultimately Kingdom Esports just skirting and kiting around that Lord Pit just to hit all of them down. So the double marksman meta, now Kimmy in the mid side, is actually coming to fruition, and I like the way that Kingdom Esports is playing this Kimmy.
With all of the members from King's Vanguard just hovering on themselves inside of their own jungle, there realistically isn't a lot of places that they can go. They can't be overly aggressive as well because, remember, we have Bao to go for these picks, but they don't have the burst. Unless they somehow manage to find a perfect way to layer, and this is all about opportunities, and this is all about communications as well. We gotta have to allow Bao go in, Tsunami Slam, and then prepare that that Abyssal Arrow. Hit right.
Directly on top.
Directly onto the Abyssal Arrow.
Difficult to, it's a dis-synergy, I would like to say, because when you have a Kalea, you want it to be, you don't want to aim. You don't want to put that much pressure on yourself where you have to aim it right on top of a Abyssal Trap also. And you also don't want to aim the arrow into like guessing and approximating where the Kalea would land as well. So I would say the Selena here, not a very good pick. And I would agree with you that like maybe even if you want to play long range, you want to play vision control, you want to play map control, you want to play more sort of like long range pickups, then Novaria would have been better. But then again, it's just so difficult for Selena to do anything at all. Wakanako not having a good game. This entirety of this match.
Yeah, seems like kind of like a sitting duck position, right? I throw this, I throw Abyssal Trap, throw Abyssal Arrow. Did it land?
And then pray that someone steps on it.
Pray. Yeah.
Pray.
In fact, the front lines generally are going to be the one that disarms the Abyssal Traps most of the time, so it really just doesn't do anything at all.
Right.
It's come down to the point whereby you don't really plant the traps anymore as much as possible. You don't. Last time you kind of plant a trap, and then it's for vision, and then you can also technically do damage pretty nicely. But now it's come to the point that there is a lot more dividends in actually just dropping the Abyssal Trap onto your target, because there's so much more damage now. It feels kind of wasted for you to throw it in a random floor just for the tank to pick it up.
Yeah, but the good thing is you have very short cooldowns right now, so I think that's the name of the game. If you land a stun, someone without a Purify, conceal play, they want to take out Bear first. You've got a Tsunami Slam, holding that in.
There we go, then we've got the Tsunami Slam, while Bao immediately flickers himself away just so that he will be able to ensure that, unfortunately, he did manage to allow Bear to escape. But now it's going to be Super Ryan, the last member remaining. He did manage to get a decent kill onto Louisa though, but that's not going to be enough for them to deter the entire Kingdom Esports. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that is pretty much it, right? We've got 30 seconds onto the clock with Wakanako with 10 seconds. I don't think that this Selena can do anything to stop these 4 members. As such, I think it's official. King's Vanguard, the one that's slain Flash, has been slain by Kingdom Esports.
What a turn of events. Just like that, jumping after
What
the
a
pause
day.
and then going into a immediate engage. I think Bao was waiting a little bit too long for the Tsunami Slam. And they know that once the Tsunami Slam is used, AOG onto the Tsunami Slam to disrupt everything that went their way. The Kimmy and the Bruno was so good together as well. You have Kimmy to whittle everyone down, and the Bruno just like pick everyone off. So Kingdom Esports actually came back from their loss this morning against RSG, beating the team who beat Flash. So anything can literally happen in this Season 9.
This is peak entertainment right here. This is peak entertainment. We have never seen a point whereby a snake eats another snake's tail, and then its own tails get eaten by another snake. We've never seen that in any MPL SG seasons at all. It has always been top heavy, bottom heavy.
No,
and
we have. I mean, Season 7 or Season 8, if I remember correctly, it was a whole circle, and they even made a graphic out of it.
Oh,
you remember that?
Was it?
Yeah. It was like
Damn.
Evo beating Flash, Flash beating like RSG beating something, and it goes one entire circle. I remember that graphic specifically.
Damn, okay, so that's not the first time.
Yeah.
But it's the first time for day one.
Day 1 in Season 9.
Yes.
A lot of things can happen though, but this is still pretty high stakes for either teams. So let's put this into perspective. Kingdom Esports lost 1-1-1.
Lost 1-1-1.
KGV 1-1 lost 1.
1-1 lost 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
1-1?
1-1.
1-1.
One.
Oh, 1-1-1.
1-1.
1-1
Lost 1.
lost 1. 1-1
Yes. I don't know where he's going with this.
1-1 lost. I can't. Why can't I do this? 1-1 lost 1.
1-1 lost 1.
Okay, I got it.
1-1 lost 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, though, I think Kingdom Esports really played their hearts out. I think they really had a strong redemption, and I think you were right all along. With the team that wins the second game, wins the series.
Yeah, still 100%.
So you're right.
Statistics.
So
yeah,
you're right.
statistics.
And still, Kimmy is undefeated, 100% win rate.
I think it is, right?
No one can take Kimmy down.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because there's a lot of different builds that we saw today. Crit TC likes to play Kimmy without any attack speed addition. Just Glowing Wand, the Sky Piercer,
Piercer,
Genius Wand, and then,
then
full
the
on
Blood
magic.
Wings.
Yeah, full on magic penetration, and then the Blood Wings to give you an additional shield. But Melon goes for the Feather of Heaven, which improves or enhances the
Auto
magic attack basic damage.
Ah.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when before the Kimmy reversal,
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna use Kimmy. And I tried her out, and I was like, I hate swapping over the attack button to the skill button because it takes that 1 second. And if you're having a high stakes, I mean, back then, if you're playing like a
High
game,
mythic.
high mythic game or something like that, you get stressed out because like, what if like your phone's responsive is not as responsive, and you miss that skill, and then the energy goes down and all that kind of stuff. But back then I played also like Kimmy with DHS. Golden Hunter Sword, and then it kind of works. So I remember that like physical Kimmy days, and then it changed the itemizations a little bit. So teams are still experimenting. Bottom line is teams are still experimenting with Kimmy. They don't really know how to deal with the Kimmy yet, not as far as what we can see right now. But 100% kill participation just from Kimberly alone. She is making waves.
100% team participation.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy.
Bears, we have the Dragon into FMM's AOG into the particle accelerator. Or traction pulse.
Traction pulse.
Particle accelerator.
What's particle accelerator?
Particle accelerator.
What's that?
That's like, I don't know, this is something like Kimmy would say. She's like she's like a mad chemist or something.
Okay. But this portrait is really good looking though.